Hello again. Welcome to another episode of Brenda's Musings. So today I want to talk to you about our heritage and what it means to us. And today a friend of mine went to a museum and we saw some old pictures, old musical instruments. We learned about the history of the town, and it was sort of a great experience because it sort of made you stop and think about, your own history and the stories you told your kids and the stories that you're still creating with your own family, and how that will become important to them. Because what I have found is that our kids are not attached to the same things that we're attached to, because they don't have the same stories behind them. A prime example in our household is that I'm attached to my grandmother's dining room set. And because we sat around it every Sunday for years and had supper, and the kids don't have that same tie to it. So it needs some work to be restored, and I can't find anybody to restore it, unfortunately. And they're saying, just throw it out and get a new set. And I'm like, yeah, no, but I can't, because it's important to me. It represents something to me. And that's the thing about heritage, is that there's a representation that's given to us that, we can take on or not. But we are, we as human beings are a compilation of our past experiences. And that's what heritage is. It's past experiences. And so I find it really important to be able to pass some of those stories along and to help the kids experience some of the same things that maybe their forefathers experienced. And I'm fortunate enough to live in a town, or in a province rather, that, really highlights that. So, I think that it just makes us a richer human being when we can sort of draw from our past. And our pasts are so multifaceted, right? So we have parts of our past that, might shape us in the hardest of ways. We have parts of our past that might shape us in the most beautiful ways imaginable. We have parts of our past that test our strength and our courage. We have parts of our past that, show us, how compassionate we can be to other human beings. There's all these different parts of our past that we bring forward into our present experiences. So when we live in the present, we bring all of that with us. That's what makes up, a human being, right? That's what makes us so special and so unique, because we don't all share the same experiences. And even when we share the same experiences, we don't experience them in the same way. If you take your kids to a park, especially a theme park or something big like that, what they experience and the rides that they enjoy maybe, or the shows that they watch, hit them in different ways, because they bring, who they are to that experience as well. So I just find that all of that is really, life-giving. It just enriches your life. If you didn't, if you don't, everybody has a past, so I can't say if you don't have a past, but if you don't know sort of all those stories, if you're not fortunate enough, and some people aren't, unfortunately, but if you're not fortunate enough to be able to have some of those stories come forward with you, you don't, I don't think you have an appreciation for some things in the same way. I know our kids, love to relive some of the stories that they knew as toddlers and 5 and 6-year-old type things. And they love watching old videos and that sort of thing, because it just reminds them about how the people who were around them were so special to them. And, these people are no longer with them. But it brings those feelings, those, relived imaginings together again. And it's really powerful. And that's why I think, learning about your heritage can just really help but it can help fill you up and sort of sustain you in those times when maybe things are not that great. Anyway, that's my musing for the day. Have a great one, everyone.